Welcome back, everyone. We're doing another season of Indie Reads Aloud. This is season five for us. We've been doing this now 5 years. Welcome back. I'm glad that you guys are still with me and exploring new and fun books. I am your host, Diana Catherine Penn, and today Kendal Gray is on the program with me. She is a new best friend. We met not long ago at a couple of book festivals, and we decided we were just going to be friends forever. So, welcome, Kendall.
You had me at hello. Thank you, Diane.
I'm not Tom Cruise, but I'll take the compliment. I'll take that. I will never be Tom Cruise, but so thank you so much for coming on the program. I'm really excited to share your children's books with our listeners. You wrote a couple of great ones, and we have one today called Yeti and the Full Moon Party. And I'm so excited. I read these and I reviewed them and I love them, and then they're so much fun. So here I am fan gushing. So thank you very much.
Oh, well, thank you. I am such a huge fan of you and just everything that you're doing. And thank you for promoting artists like me and getting exposure out there because
I'm
it's
happy to do it.
a bit of a
Tell me,
slog, as,
yeah,
as you know.
tell me a little bit about how you decided you wanted to write children's books.
So it was the year 2020, and my daughter was little, and I was reading to her every book in the library at the time. And all the children's books, and we were tearing through them, of course. And, I had always had an aspiration to be a writer. In fact, I had started this novel and it just got away from me. It was about 300 pages, and it was too massive of a project. Um,
They can
and
be daunting in the beginning, especially as a first time project.
Yeah, yeah. And, as I was reading to my daughter, there was just, I kept looking for things that were a bit more engaging from the adult reader side. And I was finding that it was all very, of course, driven, by like the child's entertainment, which is perfect.
Right.
There was just nothing there that was, to make the adult reader chuckle, right? And so I got this idea that I might plant a flag and create my own children's book. And I had the idea for a woodland dance party, which was my first book at that time. And then later DJ Yeti and the Full Moon Party. And it's now turned into a series of four. But at the time, I was friendly with this artist, Liz, who's my creative partner. She's in Canada. And she was also at home with a young one. And I said, you know what? I have this idea. What do you think? And
Hmm.
we just partnered, and it's been wonderful.
I love it when two minds come together like that. I have collaborated on projects with other authors before, and there's nothing like it. That energetic connection is really cool.
And thank you for saying, because I had worked with her previously. She was actually a studio painter. She had painted, I'd commissioned her to do paintings around my house for ideas that I can't draw myself, but that she
Hmm.
was able to just take out of my mind perfectly and do it. And so that was the perfect connection that I needed, especially as a first-time author. Um, but also, I was really looking for that sort of hand-drawn humanity that
Absolutely.
I'm seeing less of in children's
Yeah.
books as things are becoming more graphic. And so I loved that she was,
And her illustrations are just beautiful.
thank you.
When you read the book, everybody will see they're just gorgeous, gorgeous pictures. I'm excited to share this book with everybody, and I'm looking forward to hearing you read. So when you're ready, please take the microphone and read it aloud from DJ Yeti and the Full Moon Party.
Okay. All right. So hello, kids and kid grown-ups. This is my second book in the series. DJ Yeti and the Full Moon Party, and it just came out in October of 2025. There'll be two more after this coming in 2026 to complete the series. All right, so it opens with a little sleigh ride here with my crazy woodland critters. And then it's dedicated to all the wild kids, which is not you guys at home, I'm sure, right? Right? Okay, good, good. None, just checking. None of you are wild? Okay, good. All right. This is a map of the magical forest, and actually, my daughter was responsible for this concept and this idea. And it has Santa's house, it has the Yeti's parents' house, the Dandelion Kingdom where the princess lives. And there's little Easter eggs actually for the forthcoming stories. There's a rainbow bird, which is going to relate to the fourth book in the series, which takes place in Hawaii. All right. The first sparkle puff of winter drifted past Yeti's window as the princess read by the fire and the Yeti stood doing dishes. Because he's a good guy. Snow makes me miss home, Yeti said in a whisper, but I didn't like it there. They treated me different. The princess hugged Yeti. Well, how can that be, since you're the very best Yeti the world did ever see? He had been born in a land of ice and bright white to a snow Yeti papa and a bear wolf with bite. Urgh. But Yeti was brown and marched to his own beat. He painted and liked music, but danced with left feet. He liked things they didn't, so they called him strange. He would rather make mixtapes than wrestle or change. So he packed up his records, his disco ball, and lights. He left town without a word, and he vanished in the night wearing a Clash t-shirt. He traveled down south with one turn northwest. Now blurry photos abound, and legends won't rest. He's Bigfoot. He built a treehouse, brewed coffee in a kettle, wore stinky band t-shirts, and spun vinyl, heavy metal. He had met the princess when she sat beneath his tree. After a rocky start, they became family. She was clever with tutors galore. He was scrappy and slept on the floor. When one flake hit the window and the forest went still, he said, I want to go back, but I doubt I ever will. They think I'm weird. You are weird, she grinned. That's why we love you. Now go pack your things. So they hitched up their sleigh of eager woodland creatures. They packed mittens, snacks, and three types of cheeses. They slid past glaciers and giants eating rocks, penguins nesting babies, and puffins wearing socks. When they got to the North Pole, a snowy owl screeched and a brown walrus fainted. Yeti's parents just blinked. I'm the princess, happy to make your acquaintance. Needless to say, the Arctic was rocked. A penguin spit out lunch. He was so shocked. She slid it on cardboard and she twirled like Stevie Nicks. Old Walrus gave a slow clap. You gotta admit, the girl's got some tricks. She's delightful, said Papa Yeti, blinking. She's weird, said a puffin. She's perfect, said Mama, simply beaming. The princess got to work lifting crates of hot chocolate and bins full of cords. She carved a snowshoe that the grown-ups adored, though we shall not discuss what the ice funnel poured. She built a grand platform of snowflakes and pine. This was Yeti's homecoming. It was his time. DJ Yeti and the full moon party, the invitation said. They were delivered by doves tied with ribbons of red. This is where the rave scene starts. The night was electric, the forest went still. Yeti stepped on stage and the crowd felt a thrill. He dropped the first beat, it echoed through trees. It climbed up the mountain and it pounded on the breeze. Snow bunnies wiggled, a puffin tapped a toe, and one by one they started to go. A squirrel added lights, a fox found a mic and adjusted it right. Old walrus rolled up with a tambourine case. A penguin moonwalked in leather and lace. Yeti kept spinning, his heart beating strong as more and more creatures joined in the throng. By the time the moon rose, all danced as one, even the reindeer who never have fun because they're always at work with Santa. The owls hooted to the beat of the tracks. Papa and Mama moshed in the back. Yeti turned to Princess, his eyes soft and wide. You brought me back. You stood by my side. She smiled and said, You were home all along. They just needed to hear your heart play a song. Then splat! A snowball hit him square in the snout. Oh, it's like that, he laughed with a shout. Yet he scooped up some snow and he gave it a fling. It zipped like a comet and it started the thing. Soon every creature from tundra to pine joined the massive snowball fight, the most epic of all time. The stars hung above them, the sky soft and red. Ho, 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 you crazy kids, said Santa, and then he went back to bed. And then we end on Polaroids and our Yeti and Princess snuggled up in the snow, and Owl had a rough night. So did Old Walrus. And if you guys are music lovers, as I am, I have included in the back of this book uh, a Spotify playlist that you can hear the tracks. The DJ Yeti is playing along in the books if you want to visualize it.
What a fantastic story. I absolutely love that. Um, Two of my all-time favorite things you included in this book, cheese and hot chocolate. Gotta have those.
Same.
And then Puffin in socks was super, super cute. I love him.
Thank you.
Who was your favorite character in this story?
The Stevie Nicks princess. I'm
Yeah.
really trying to channel a unconventional princess, who, and this will lead into as her character develops. The third book in the series that's coming in the spring is actually her taking leadership over the kingdom. But that's my favorite. I wanted her to be unconventional and cool and classic and sort of punk rock, but still in a soft princess way that I felt like anybody who knows Stevie Nicks knows the vibe that I'm after.
I think you need to send Stevie Nicks a copy of this book.
I would love
Totally,
that.
totally
I have
think you
thought
should
of
do this.
that a few times.
Oh yeah. I
I
send it to her with a note for Christmas. She'll love it. Absolutely.
oh, I hope so.
So you have book three coming out. You're gonna come back on the program and read from book one for us. And
Okay.
then book four will be back another time, right?
Yes.
So we get to hear more from you.
Yes, thank you so much. I would love that so much.
I'm so excited. Thank you, Kendall, for sharing a bit of your day with us.
Thank you.
And I wish you nothing but tremendous success.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome.